This is Premeditated,
the podcast investigating society's unwritten laws and the heinous ways they're broken.
True crime, low stakes.
I'm Neil.
I'm Graham.
And this is Premeditated. James, what are you doing for lunch today?
I just brought something from home, so I think I'm just gonna...
You know, come on, man. We never hang out. I know we work together, and I'll buy you Subway. Just come down to the 3rd Street Subway with me. Not the Subway underground, the Subway to the restaurant.
No, I know what you said. I mean, you know, Carol packed tuna salad, so I'm gonna have to bring this home if I don't eat it for lunch now. But yeah, I'll grab some lunch with you.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. It's it's not a big deal. Here, we'll just you can leave that in the fridge. We'll head out down the hall. I'll press the elevator button. So how have things been with you and Carol?
Good. Yeah, I mean,
ding! Oh, here's the elevator. Thank God.
All right, after you.
Yeah. Doors close.
Yeah, no, everything's good. You know, Peter's starting T-ball soon, so our Sundays are gonna be a little bit busier now. But you know, everything's fine. Yeah.
Yeah. James, there's other people in the elevator. You should face the door.
What?
You should. I mean,
there's
other people in the elevator.
Yeah, but we're talking. What do you?
Floor 4. This isn't us. Yeah, I mean, no. It's
do you guys? Sorry, did that people know? But do you guys mind or?
No, that's fine. That's not weird at all.
Yeah,
I think it's actually kind of weird.
Okay, I guess I didn't expect to everybody to chime into that question, but
you know what? I think I'm actually, James. Now that we're out in the lobby, what the fuck was that back there?
What do you mean?
Like you were standing in the elevator and you had your back to the door.
I mean, we were talking to each other outside the elevators, face to face, kind of similar how we all now. And then
yeah.
So we moved into the elevator.
I mean, most people just kind of like face out and keep talking to each other.
You would have preferred we had gone shoulder to shoulder in that situation?
I think that's pretty. I guess I never really thought about it, but that's the normal way to do it. Oh God.
I did, but
you do realize who that woman was in the elevator with us, right?
Brown hair?
Yeah, brown hair.
No, who was that?
That was Rachel, the CEO's daughter.
Shoot, I didn't see her. I was facing you because we were having a conversation. So I was looking.
Oh my God!
I was looking at your face, not somebody else's face.
All I wanted to do. Listen, she makes me so nervous. She has the CEO's ear, Mr. Melkin.
Yeah.
Rachel Melkin.
Yeah.
She has his ear, and now she's going to be like, there was these two guys who were talking in the elevator, and one of them was facing like the wrong way.
No, she got way too hammered at the last Christmas party to.
Oh my God, you were there?
Yeah, she brought her own bottle of Goldschlager from home and was drinking it out of a Dixie cup.
That's disgusting, actually. Really, she gets down like that?
Yeah. I mean, you know these rich Nepo babies. I mean, they don't really know any boundaries.
Well, she just shows up, it seems like, to, just be like, oh, I want some more money.
Yeah. I mean,
give me some Goldschlager.
Why are we even talking about Rachel Melkin? I don't even understand.
She could really advance both of our careers, man.
Yeah, but Jimmy. I don't see the infraction. What's the
She
fireball?
was clearly uncomfortable with you standing there blocking her exit to the door.
No, actually, if I remember, the female voice said, no, this is fine when I asked.
That's what female voices say.
Oh, they just agree.
Yeah.
Okay, fair. Yeah, I think we can both agree on that. And
sometimes they say that. Yeah.
Women?
They don't mean that
women
necessarily.
Be positive, you know?
You gotta have more social tact than that, my man.
But I don't even get it. Like, we're face to face outside of the elevator.
Mm-hmm.
When we go in, leaving the elevator, we're face to face. Why is there this weird boundary for 30-second period when we're in this separate special room that we have to stand shoulder to shoulder? I mean,
it's like a weird cage. You can't just.
But we fit. It's not like It's not like
fit.
I have to do that for space to accommodate. Like, I understand, on a crowded bus, you got to move to, let people pass and all that.
It's true. But don't you think it's weird if someone got in an elevator and just faced the back of the elevator? How would it makes your skin crawl? Feels like a trap. If I was a nepo baby worth millions and millions of dollars, I'd feel like I was trapped in the elevator with two like absolute nobodies who weren't going to let me out of the elevator.
Jared, what are you afraid of? Like, we ride, it was the same elevator we ride 2 to 3 times a day. I know when it's going to ding. I know that the doors, when they get to the floor I want to get off on, they're going to open. Sometimes they open on a floor I'm not going to get off on, but that doesn't take me aback. Why should I not show the doors my back?
Because it's a trap. I think they got rid of the $5 foot long.
I knew I should have brought my tuna.
All right, so that's
interesting.
What got
very interesting.
Yeah. Because this is one that I can
yes,
that I see going either way. You know, is it insane to face the back of the elevator? There's no physical reason not to, but it just doesn't feel right.
It seems weird. Yeah, we've all kind of been mentally conditioned to walk in 180 and then we face the doors until they open again.
And honestly, if there's anyone I don't know in the elevator, I am silent. That's the other thing.
Oh, yeah.
Even if I have a friend, like, we talking about this volume.
Oh, even if that, we just save it for yeah. I completely agree.
And then like conversation resumes as soon as the doors open.
Yeah, which is kind of fun because it's like a little.
It's like a little time jump.
It's like our connection got lost for a little bit. Like we're talking over the phone. It was just like, whoop,
right.
Oh,
and
now I'm back.
There's that one like type of guy, and it's always like a guy who will just continue at the same volume talking to whoever he's with, and if they're both that type of guy, you see that guy who walks into an elevator with a bunch of other people and just continues the conversation as if we aren't all crammed in a tiny box that's like we don't even know how high together.
I hate those guys.
I do too, but I like admire them at the same time.
Yeah, there's a certain brazenness that I think is to be admired. But to not change your volume at all. I mean, you're a music major. I mean, the acoustics change when you get into a small box. So
That's
like
true.
Things are louder. Like the volume I'm speaking at now is not an appropriate elevator tone.
No.
If it was 2 people, okay.
If I were your conversation partner in an elevator, and you were speaking at this volume, I would be very uncomfortable. Unless there was no one else in the elevator.
Unless there's no one else, and I also think it's appropriate if it's 2 strangers in an elevator, which I also don't really like, but I'll do if I need to. They'll like, oh, how's your day going? Pretty good, blah, blah, blah. Catch, like...
Yeah, we're both trapped in a box for the next 30 seconds.
So, like, if people are... Like, some people are just too nervous to sit in that many seconds of silence that they need to make a conversation. That makes sense. But I guess in a way, having your back facing the elevator is inconsiderate if somebody's trying to get on a floor in between your ride.
Yeah.
Because, like, you should be able to move out of the way. Sometimes there's always somebody coming on with a cart full of something. If you're at a hotel, the cleaning cart or a janitor.
Honestly, that cuts the tension, if anything.
Yeah.
Like somebody who's there and like you can see why.
Yeah.
They're not just like going somewhere else to try and forget about you. It's like I have something with me that broadcasts to you that I have a reason to be here.
Yeah. And what's fun about that is that if you have to adjust your position to accommodate said cart, you still, like if I'm standing at the back of the elevator facing the doors and the cart comes in, I will keep my back to the wall and like edge along the wall to go into like the left and right sides of the box.
Yeah, back corners.
But I still will always keep my back to the wall.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, that'd be weird if I just turned and faced nose 2 inches away from the wall of the elevator, but
I think
you always face inwards.
And it's an absolute last resort to turn your back on someone in the elevator too. You know, it has to be pretty full of people for me to walk in, go halfway, there's still people towards the back of the elevator, and then turn around. I feel like my throat could get slit at any moment.
Yeah.
I feel so vulnerable to all those people, strangers behind me.
Do you think it's because of the buttons? Like we're conditioned to walk in, turn it, because the buttons are always on the door wall.
Yeah, that's true.
So we turn and face the buttons, and then we just stay there. But I also think, in terms of our improvisational comedy scene, the staying face to face for a conversation is odd because, well, I don't know. I guess it depends on the size of the elevator. But I'm imagining 2 people and an elevator facing each other, that's probably going to be closer than you would naturally stand if you were just to have a conversation out in the open.
Depends on the elevator, but probably, yeah.
Yeah, because there is a certain amount of like, well, I don't want to be speaking directly into your face.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's like, get out of my face.
Yeah, and I think I very naturally will assume a 90-degree angle. So we're both at two other walls, and then it's not like you're facing each other directly and you're chin to chin.
Yeah,
it's sort of a 90-degree angle thing.
Especially in a crowded elevator, you got to go butt to tip. Like you can't go tip to tip or butt to butt. It's because then you end up.
So someone's standing right in front of you.
Everybody has to stand in spooning orientation. No one's facing each other. Because like imagine like there's a row of people in the back, then a row of people in the middle, and then I'm at a very crammed elevator.
Sure. If we are forced into the scenario where we have multiple rows, it's stadium seating.
Correct.
With the door as the entertainment.
Correct. Well, it is. It's the one thing.
It's the one thing that changes.
It's the only thing on TV.
I will say, counterexample, if the back wall is glass and you can see out it.
Oh yeah.
Well, then all bets are off. Then we're in a fishbowl. We're like swimming around. Anything can happen.
You're also doing like observational things. Like, oh, look at that escalator over there. Oh, I didn't know that store opened up yet.
That's true. If you're at a mall, perfect place to be in a glass-backed elevator.
Yeah, you got to face out. Well, yeah, it's that becomes. I mean, a glass elevator is essentially a roller coaster.
It is
like a slow-moving glass elevator could be Six Flags' next coming attraction.
But you can bring grandma.
Yes,
she's not going to compress her spine. Because I'm always concerned about that.
Yeah, we got to watch out for that. Great law. I think I didn't realize it until you brought it up. I'm on the camp of don't face each other.
Don't face each other. I think I'm in the same camp. I don't know why I can't express it.
I think it's the buttons thing.
I don't think it's the buttons thing. I think it's hang on. Are we going right back to the beginning? I think it's more of like an animal thing. Like I'm in a cage, you're in a cage, let's not make eye contact.
Do animals do that?
I don't know.
I mean, when you say it, it sounds right.
Fight each other? Are they going to make eye contact?
Yeah, you definitely don't want any face-offs.
No. Hell no.
Square-offs. Face-offs and square-offs. I think that's the same thing.
Yeah, maybe. Anyways, I'm in the same camp, but for different reasons.
Yeah, I'm gonna stick with my buttons.
Fine. Case closed.
Case closed.
This is Premeditated.